he took that great presentation to bring the chairman of the board of this great institution. On a lighter note, when I came, I was just appreciating the ambience, the touch of excellence, the unique decoration. If you agree with me that this place looks beautiful, just indicate by clapping. I was saying this is creative and beautiful. And then Mommy said, there is somebody who is the brain behind what you see. I am the executor. There is a brain behind the reality. And we are privileged to have the chairman of the Board of Governors of Showers International Christian School. He will just make some comments. He's not a man of many words, but elders don't say many things. But the word of an elder, it could just be a sentence, but it weighs heavier than a mountain. So please help me welcome an elder Christian statesman, Pastor A.U. Aban. Give him a round of applause as I give him.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I know there must have been protocols before I came, so let me stand on those protocols because I don't want to make any mistake. But I do acknowledge our guest. Should I call him guest speaker? Right? The guest speaker, Professor Atan. Thank you. We have known for many years, and he's a person who is, whatever you heard him say today is what he has practiced and is speaking from experience. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Well, from the program, I was to give, I think, opening remarks or something. Welcome address. You have already been made welcome. You've sat down, you've watched and listened to a number of things. So what more can I say? Welcome to this program. Thank you for not waiting for me. I was involved in an online meeting. And you know, well, I'm still a pastor of. I had to participate in that meeting. I was hosting the meeting. The prof was also on it before he left to come. But since it is in this place where I live, I felt, well, let me. You know. He also was supposed to be in that meeting. So you can say it's there was a conspiracy, but we decided that some who could come should be released to attend, to come and attend this program. So thank you very much for honoring us. I believe that not only are there parents here, there are also family friends. Many years ago, I was trying to do a project which had some educational content. And I went to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and from there we went to Mexico and came back to the US, and I came back. We're going to organize a linkage program between the University of Tulsa and another university here, which is going to help the university here to develop a science park. Eventually, politics took over the issue, and we couldn't progress with it. I have a love for politics and for politicians, so I'm not denigrating them at all. However, what am I trying to say? There was a school we visited, and that school had only 120 students. And the director of the school told me, we have deliberately not exceeded that number, because psychologically speaking, by the time you, that number is just a magic number that enables you to know the students by name and one by one. That when you exceed that number and you don't know the students by name, they do not they lose a certain sense of belonging. So what am I coming to? This is a small school. It's deliberate on one hand, because there was a time that we were over 300, and on the other hand, it's circumstantial. But I'd love to tell you that, people who are on the chair, they sit at the top there, but those who are at the level of the students, like Madame, she knows all the students by name. I'm not going to call her to demonstrate that, but ask your child whether she knows them by name, and you will be surprised. So it reminds me of a book I read many years ago called Goodbye, Mr. Chips. I don't know, did any one of you read that book, Goodbye, Mr. Chips? You may not have read it. This is the story of a school teacher in the UK years ago, whether it's fictional or not. But the interesting thing is that he taught in that school for I think about 50 years or something. And he knew every student that came to that school in all their generations by name, and he could recognize them. I wish I had that kind of capacity. Madam, I think you should be challenged.
I am.
All right. I know that seated among us here are parents who probably have a vision to run a school of their own. But I want to tell you, strive, and one of what our guest speaker spoke about, the question of success. Determine that when you run a school, you know your students by name, and you will see a transformation in their lives. Just being recognized by the principal or the owner of the school, this woman or this man knows me by name. It makes a fantastic impact on the life of that child. So that's one of the things that we strive to achieve here, to know every child by name. Yes, last night we were just discussing the students and their results and performances and all of that. She was able to tell me, without looking at the result sheet, the character of each child and the capacity of each and every one of them. That's quite a gift. That's quite an achievement. I wish we could ask the students what they feel like when they are recognized by name. But that's the purpose of this school. We have not yet achieved 120. Whatever the number is small, maybe 3 times that. But I want to assure you that your child that is in this school is known by name, is known by their gifting, and is known by their character. So I'd love to encourage you. Trust us to continue to deal with your children, and we will deliver them to you by the grace of God better than when they got in here. And I think you'll be happy. Thank you very much for coming, and please continue to come and stay with us till the end. God bless you.
Wow, a round of applause for the chairman of the board. I've learned something. I think it's almost impossible to be the mother of more than 100 children. Jesus said, I know my sheep by name, and they know me, and they follow me. And trust mommy, she knows all these children, not only their name, but their character and their capacities. When my son came to this school briefly, he said, Mommy knows everything. She looks at you and she knows the next move. So let's celebrate Mommy one more time. And celebrate Daddy for keeping the school both deliberately and circumstantially manageable.